some details I need. Then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much.
Please, can someone record the session?
The session is being recorded. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And please, it's like most of the recordings we are finding it difficult to get them. I don't know whether they are not available yet.
Please, madam, can you mention your number?
Please check on the comment check in the comment section. It's there. Have you found it?
No, so where should I go?
Okay, I'm calling it out. 055
055
2345
2345
227.
227. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so as I said earlier, our lecturer will join us shortly. He called me, so let's exercise patience a bit. Thank you. Sumani, you were saying something, please.
Yes, I was just emphasizing on the recording. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
most of the lecture sessions, some of us, I don't know if it is there, but we have not gotten even a single copy.
Yeah, the recorded version. I have to call the lady. I remember during the software suit, I told the lecturer that I called and it wasn't going through. So right in front of you, I don't know if some of you were paying attention. I had to call again, and she came to do the recording. So after the section, I'm going to call and request for the recorded sections, and I'll put it on our
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
various platforms. So please, those are part of the group. I will urge you all to send me a hi so that I can work on it. Because as soon as the lecturer gets the list, going to edit again is just going to be something else. So let's not take it. Jerry, your hands are up.
Please, concerning the African studies, I don't think I'm in the right group. I'm not sure I'm in our course
Okay, so this very
or I know.
class this very class section is for basic design and color psychology. So just send me hi on WhatsApp.
So we talk about that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you. Thanks for the heads up, Mona. I appreciate it. And please, a quick one. If you send me a message in my DM, go straight to the point. You sending me hi, I don't mind. So please go straight because the messages are too much. So if you send me hi without not giving me your request, it's really difficult for me to reply. So let's not take it.
Hello. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Hello. Were you the one calling?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. You're welcome.
But you mentioned 20. As
Yeah,
at
but
now,
now they
I
are
see
still 24. Yeah, I guess
24.
some will join later.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Class, please, let's respond, okay?
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We are there.
Let me ask.
Hello.
I see. Hello. Okay, I've seen you. Please, can you hear from me now?
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear from you.
please.
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Please, do you, please, can you see my screen now? Is my screen showing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last we I asked you to undertake assignments to differentiate between symmetrical and asymmetrical balance. And I've seen what some of you did. So the common mistake that almost all of you did was that you failed to add text. If you ask to illustrate something using illustration, doesn't mean you shouldn't add text. Okay, you should first describe it before you use illustration. Do you get it? So most of you just use illustration, and even the illustration, most of them were wrong. Okay. So I said with symmetrical balance, identical elements at both sides of the central axis. The elements should be identical and they should be placed at exact position, as you can see from the screen. But some of you position, okay? So with symmetrical balance, the elements should be the same, object of the same weight, and they are placed at the exact location. Do you get it? So you can see it from here. But with asymmetrical balance, you may use objects with different weights. Okay, so look at the examples here. Example 1, the objects at the left side of the center axis is bigger. Therefore, two objects with different weights. So when you combine the two weights, they should equate the one at left. Do you get it? And here we also talk about the fact that when you shade or add color to an object, you add additional weight. So a smaller shape here, when you added textures will now increase the size of the circle so that they can be placed at the same location. Still asymmetrical balance. We learned that objects which is close to the edge, it appears to be smaller than the one at the center. Okay, therefore, a big object that has been shaded or colored, one is bigger, but the smaller one, because it is placed close to the edge, it will make the design balanced. Okay, now look at the fifth one here. Three objects. If you combine the weight, this is visual because you cannot weigh it on the scale, but you use your own judgment. Okay, so the three objects appear to balance the bigger one. So please work on it. So today, I want us to, we go to rhythm. Is that not it? We talk about all these. So we were here. Rhythm. So the last thing we talked about was opposition. So what is the difference between opposition and contrast? Hello.
Yes, sir. We are here.
Are you with me? Rep.
Hello, sir.
Yes. What is the difference between opposition and contrast? Hey. Why are you all quiet? Okay, Jerry.
Yes, sir. So there is opposition.
Jerry. Yeah.
Yes. So opposition can be said that two objects or one in terms of objects, one is opposite the other. That's when we say that opposition, like an object is opposite the other. And when we talk about the contrast can talk about the color of an object. That is that the one object's color is different from the other. That is when we talk in terms of contrast. So that's the difference between opposition and contrast.
But who is clapping? Need. It's me.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, Need.
Hello, sir. Sir, please, I was not clapping. I wasn't clapping. I wanted to say something, so I was just raising a hand.
Okay.
Okay, so sir, contrast is like comparing two shapes or two objects.
Okay. What do you say?
Okay, so I'm saying contrast is like the comparison between two objects, and then opposition is the difference between two objects. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Please, can you hear me?
I think this line is breaking.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I'm saying contrast is the comparison between two objects, whilst opposition is the difference between two objects.
See, to show contrast, to show contrast, okay? But with opposition, we use two unlike elements, different elements. So, for example, a bigger circle and a smaller circle can show contrast so that you can see the difference. The difference will be too wide. But with opposition, you need different shapes that are not the same. That's why we say use unlike elements that are not the same. For example, a circle and triangle, they are different shapes. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir. I'm listening.
Okay. I thought I was disconnected. So please note the two that so with now let's look opposition we refers to clearly when unlike elements of design are put together and when opposite elements are assembled in a design. Two unlike elements are not the same. Okay, but with contrast. Now we can use the same element here. For example, contrast of shape, a bigger circle and a smaller circle. Okay. Side by side placement of opposing elements. So with contrast, we are looking at the difference that exists in an element, but the elements may be and also use same element to create contrast. Do you get it? With opposition, you can only use unlike elements, two elements that are not the same to create opposition. But, okay, so with this now, if you find contrast, it will say opposite side. But in reality, there are difference between the two. Now, our next principle is rhythm. So in art, when you hear rhythm, it's not the same as, though they have relation, but it may not be the same as rhythm in music or rhythm as dictionary will give. Dictionary may give different definition about rhythm. So rhythm in art, we are talking about systematic repetition of elements to stimulate a sense of movement. So we are talking about regular repetition of elements to create an illusion or a feel of movement. So rhythm comes as a result of repetition. Okay, so it's not every repetition that creates rhythm, but if you repeat in a regular manner, then rhythm is created. So examples are shown here. Rhythm of shapes. Now look at how, so with this, the size of the shapes was reducing from here. Look at the size, diminishing. Okay, now look at the side too. Okay, so in this way, you see rhythm in the movement of the shapes. Then you can think of rhythm of lines. So see, there is it's a line, curved line, but look at how the line has been repeated. It's not, but look at the movement. The movement is the sense of rhythm. And look at these lines, because they are repeated in regular manner, they create repetition. it creates rhythm. Now look at this one too. So know that it's not every repetition that creates rhythm, but when you repeat in a systematic manner, then rhythm is created. Rhythm of textures. Now look at the movement in the textures here. Rhythm of dots. You can see movement here. So basically, when you talk about rhythm, we are talking about systematic repetition of element of design to give a sense of movement in the mind. So when you repeat any element to give a mental picture of movement, then we are talking about repetition we are talking about rhythm. And the next is repetition. So repetition simply is the replication or recurrence of an element in a design. Repetition occurs when element appears over and over in a composition or design. So repetition does not always mean exact duplication, but it could be similar or near likeness. So repetition in a marked pattern creates rhythm, as I said earlier on. And now look at examples of repetition here. Repetition of shapes. Okay. How shapes have been repeated. And we can also have repetition of any other element aside shape. You can have repetition of line, repetition of dot, and any other element. So when element is repeated in regular manner or in systematic manner, they create rhythm. Okay. So note that you can create rhythm through repetition, but not every repetition can be considered rhythm. Repetition is rhythm if they are in systematic or regular manner, okay? But if you repeat element anyhow, they cannot form rhythm. Hello, are we connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And,
Yes, sir.
okay. So in art, you need some of these elements, some of these principles, repetition, rhythm to make your work attractive. Okay. As I said earlier, if you want to create unity and harmony, you need repetition and rhythm in your work. The next element is variety. So in that, when you hear variety, you are referring to combining different elements of art into one composition to attract attention. Now we are saying there should be repetition or rhythm, but now we need variety. We want various elements to be brought together to form an artwork. So when you vary or change the construction element to hold attention of viewers. So though we are talking about variety, it doesn't mean you should combine all the elements into one design. But if you use only one element in your design, you create monotony and your work will not be interesting. That is why you have to vary the element. Sometimes you have to introduce certain shapes or certain lines or some other colors in your design to make it attractive. So variety adds interest by using contrasting element within composition. It prevents monotony and intensifies unity. But too much variety can cause confusion in your work. So note, so you must vary your element, but it shouldn't be too many. Okay, if you add many colors in one design, you create confusion. And if the design is only of one color, it won't be interesting. So you need to know how to combine elements together to make your work attractive. So here are examples of variety in art. Variety of textures. So you think of variety of shapes. This does not mean when you are designing, because we said use variety, if you combine so many shapes. No, but variety could be maybe 2 or 3 elements in a design. But combining many as 5 elements in a design will make your work create confusion. Then the next element here is dominance or emphasis. Dominance is the center of attraction or interest created in design or composition. So in art, dominance is the most outstanding features. That's the focal point, the subject matter, the theme, or the interest in the work. In every design, there should be focal points. Your work should communicate one important thing, and that thing should be emphasized in your design. There should be focal points. If you give attention to every element in your design, you create confusion. The attention will be scattered because viewers cannot identify specific elements in your design. So equal dominance of all elements in design kills interest and scatters attention. So dominance or emphasis resolve conflict and brings unity in your design. The more dominance in the design, the greater the unity. So every work, there should be one focal point, and there should be other things, other elements that will be supporting the main idea to make your work look interesting. Dominance and emphasis are used interchangeably. Element to be stressed is treated differently from the others. Whilst in dominance, element in the design is made larger or more than with emphasis. You treat one particular element different from the other element to make it you. The focal points may be made larger or appear more than other elements so that they can be seen. So here is example. The first one, dominance of shapes. So if you look at the first shape here, you can see a lot of triangles. So that helps. Okay. Here.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Emphasis. Now see. There are many lines
Hello,
here,
sir.
many
Sir.
horizontal lines. But one, yes.
So please,
Hello.
please, from the time you were reading the dominance and emphasis, your line has been breaking a bit. Like it has been breaking. Yes, please. So yes.
Okay, so dominance. What I said was that dominance. So the other, who was reading the last time? Rep.
Yeah, it was Jerry. Jerry was the one reading.
But you can also read for me.
Okay.
So that's when there is this connection, I'll be able to know. Okay.
Okay. So dominance is the center of attraction or interest created in a design or composition. It refers to the most outstanding feature, the focal point, the subject matter, the theme, or the interest in the work of art.
So what you are saying is that in every artwork, every design, there should be most outstanding elements. There should be focal point in the design. Okay, which we term the subject matter or the theme or the interest in the work. And we are saying that if you give equal dominance or equal attention to every element of design, you kill interest and scatter attention because the viewers cannot identify your focal point or the theme of the work. Okay, so if there is emphasis or dominance in your design, it will help to resolve conflict and bring unity in the design. So the more dominance in the design, the greater the unity. Do you get it? So there, in every design, there should be focal points, but the main idea should have a supporting element to make the work interesting. And we are saying there is difference between dominance and emphasis, but the two are used interchangeably. So with emphasis, elements to be stressed or the emphasis, the focal point is treated differently from other elements. Whilst in dominance, elements to be element that you want to place emphasis on, you make it appear larger or bigger, or you make them appear more than the other elements in the design. So are you okay now? Are we connected?
Yes.
So there should be focal point in every design. And here are examples of them. Dominance of shapes. So if you look at the first shapes, you can see triangle. The second, you can see circle. And with this, I said this, the lines here place illustrate emphasis because there are many lines here, but one of the lines has been treated differently so that it looks unique. As soon as you look at them, you can identify the thick and the wide line here. So this is the dominant line or the emphasis in this design. Then you have the same thing, dominance of a line. There are lines here, but look at the because there is thick and wide vertical line here. It's easy to identify that one. And also we have dominance of colors. So if you look at the one, if you look at this rectangle, red, yellow, orange, and the greater part is colored using warm colors. The warm colors are dominating here. And now look at the one at the right, dominance of cool colors. Greater part of the design is painted using cool colors. So you have dominance of cool colors. What this means is that in any design, the one color should dominate. Specific color should dominate in your design. If you scatter the colors in your design, they will create confusion. So the central theme of your design, you must select one particular color to dominate in your design, but there could be other colors to support it to make your work stand out. Can we continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next is scale or proportion, which is another important element, which I want Rep to read so that I offer explanation. Rep.
Scale and proportion in arts are both concerned with size, number, quantity, position, and space. Proportion refers to relation of parts of the body or objects to one another. It deals with the ratio of one part to another. Thus, how one part of an object relates to the whole object in size. such as the size of an arm in relation to the rest of the body. Scale
Okay,
refers
hold
to the
on.
size.
So wait, rep, hold on. We are saying scale and proportion both deal with size, number, quantity, position, or space. So with proportion, you are relating one part of a body or object to another. So your arm or your hand is relating to other part of your body. Okay. So if you are drawing a human arm and the arm cannot be taller than, the legs, cannot be longer than the legs. Okay. So you look at, in normal, you should look at what should be the normal size of human hand or arm or head in relation to other parts of the body. Even the size of human head, if you bigger than the head itself, okay? So you need to know how to relate one part of the body to the same.
Hello.
To other. Scale also has to do with the size of an object relative to another object in composition. So here it deals with size ratio between everything in the design or composition. So I'll use, as I said last time, if you ask to draw maybe an orange and watermelon on the sheet of paper, in normal circumstances, an orange should not be bigger than watermelon as they appear in nature. So you should have this principle in your mind. The only means that you can draw to show distance, perspective in your drawing, and that will be shown on the paper for you to see, okay, there's distance between the orange and the watermelon. But if they are at the same location, there's no way you should draw orange to look bigger than watermelon. So both proportion and scale deal with size in relation to a standard or normal size. So normal size is the size we expect something to be. Okay, so in nature, we know that a branch of a tree should not be bigger than the stem. So that is something in nature. So when you are also designing, you should have this in your mind. There is no rule for presenting correct proportion and scale. The artist must rely on his personal judgment. So what you should know in nature, the size of an object, you should also represent it on the paper. Okay. So a human being cannot be taller than a story building. That is in nature. There's no human being who is taller than even a building. Do you get it? So if a human being is standing in front of a wall of a building, there is no way that human being should be taller than the building. But if the building is far away and the human being is closer, because of principles of perspective, the human being may be taller than the building, but you should show distance on the paper. I hope we can continue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is illustration of scale and proportion. Assuming you want to draw an orange on paper, so the space given, the squares, is your drawing space. As a designer, you can't position the orange at this piece because the size piece and it's true. Okay, okay.
Hello.
Cheers. Give me a minute. I'll join you soon. I'll join you soon. Hello.
Yes, hello,
Hello.
sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
I'm back. Yeah. Hmm. There are issues, oh, and we have to resolve all of them. So we're talking about the second picture where the object here is too large for the available space. So it's wrong to do that. Look at the third one. The object does not occupy the full size of the picture space. So you place it at one side. So there is confusion. Now the last one. The object is corner the picture space.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, okay. Then Rev, take us through the
Yes, sir.
movements.
Okay. Movements of a principle used to arrange or object to give a feeling of motion and directs or guide the viewer's eye throughout the artwork. It is the indication for eye travel through visual path on the picture surface. Movements help the artist to control what the viewers see and how they see it, like a path leading across the page to the item the artist wants the viewer's attention focused on. It is used to create live activity in artwork. It is used to tie or connect objects in a composition together. Rhymes, repetition, and value, bracket, tint, and shape. can be used
Are
to
you,
create.
is it rhyme or rhythm?
Sorry, rhythm, repetition, and value in bracket themes and shapes can be used to create.
So
Can you please
there
repeat?
should be there should be something in your work that will direct viewers' eye. So that if a viewer look at one element, it will connect to another element, and it also lead to another element. Action for eye movement. Okay. So if there is movement in your work, there is light and activity, so that you can the viewer will look from maybe top, and the work will direct the eye. Some movement of shapes, it will help direct viewers' eye, and also repetition. If there is object at maybe one at the top, and you repeat the same color or the same object bottom somewhere, because of the repetition, there will be a link, there will be connections. Okay, sometimes lines can also be used to show that if there is tint and shade, once you tint, you add white or black to color. When you are tinting or shading, there is that connection. Okay, from the color blue where you added white, it will link the viewer's eye to other part of the work. So if there is value in your work, tint and shade, it will also help create movement. So here are examples of movement in the work. So here you can see movement with this. Okay, this is an example of movement. Are you okay? So when you are designing, there should be that connection in the mind that every part of the work should be linked with other parts, so that viewers will not struggle to look at your design. Are you okay with this? Can we continue? Okay. So rep.
Principles of
Okay.
design in nature. Rhythm. Rhythm in an arrangement of coconut leaves, palm leaves, etc.
Okay, hold on. Rep, hold on. What I want us to think about things in our environment made by God that illustrates any of the principles of art. So the first one is rhythm. So if you look at coconut leaf or palm leaves, indication of rhythm because of how the leaves have been arranged. Then you can think of variety of forms and shapes of seeds. Shapes of seeds and fruits, they show variety. And you can think of harmony of colors in the sky. Early in the morning, if you look at the sky, you can see the tint and shade of blue. Okay, in the morning, that is how you see the sky. In the afternoon, it will change. In the evening, you have different feeling. Okay, then You can think of sea. So with C2, you can see shades, tint and shade of sea blue. Okay, then forest. If you go to forest, because of the nature of the green and others, you will see tint and shade of green. Okay, then repetition in the arrangement of flamboyant leaves on the stalk. And there are many other flowers that also show repetition. Then movement in flow of river or lakes. You can have that feeling if the river or lakes is flowing. Okay, so this is what I want us to do now. So I want you to identify 5 examples of principles of design in man-made world. So can we identify some here before we continue? Any one. You identify element in nature, one object in nature, and in man-made world, then you associate it with any of the principles. Hello. Sewa. Ni.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, please. I want to speak on movement. Movement.
Okay.
So the movement of cars on a road, the movement of trains as well. They depict movement.
Okay. Thank you. Any other? Emmanuel.
Yes, maize leaves in terms of rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yes,
Maize.
please. Yeah, maize leaves. The leaves.
But do they show rhythm well a bit? Okay. Any other? I thought you talk about the arrangement of the maize itself, because some they are grown in line. Okay, so you can have that rhythm.
Okay.
Yes.
Window. As a
Window.
rhythm.
Okay, I see. Nice. Any other? So you go on to observe things around you and you try to identify examples of principles of design in man-made world. Now, this is practical assignments on how to create principles of design. So this is what I want you to do. You do it in your sketch pad. You draw a rectangle measuring 50 by 10 centimeters, and in the same rectangle, you organize rhythm of shapes, harmony of 3 colors, variety of shapes, dominance of warm colors, variety of textures. So with this, after drawing your rectangle of 15 by 10 centimeters, in the rectangle, I want you to organize in nice design in the rectangle, showing rhythm of shapes. So at least you can have 3 or more. Even 3 is enough. So in your shape, in the rectangle, there should be at least other 3 or more shapes showing rhythm, showing movement. Then there should be 3 colors, and those 3 colors should be harmonious. So from this, we are going to look at color theory, so you understand what is meant by harmonious colors. Then you should also show variety of shapes. So once you have 3 different shapes, you've shown 3 shapes, so if you have 3 different shapes, you've shown variety, okay? And if there should be dominance of warm color, so in your design, you have to paint greater parts of the rectangle using warm colors. And later you get to know warm and cool colors. Then 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 you should also show variety of textures. At least when we say variety, 3 or more. So if you have 3, so you can decide to draw other shapes and add textures to them. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, you disconnected me. I hope I'm connected now.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So did you get the explanation to this assignment? Yes or no?
Sir, can you please go over again? Because the network wasn't
So,
that.
so what I was saying is that you draw rectangle 15 by 10 centimeters, and within the same rectangle, you organize the following to rhythm of shapes. So when we say shapes, at least 3 or more. 3 is enough. There could be 4. But if they are colors, so in that design, you paint with 3 harmonious colors. Okay. Then you have solved the issue of variety of shapes in your design. Do you get it? Then you should show dominance of warm colors, meaning you paint greater. Then the last is variety of textures. So at least we should identify 3 different textures within the work. Yate aseɛ. Please, can we continue?
Yes, sir. So you can continue.
You hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Hey,
sir.
today the network is not. Please, can we continue now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Yes, sir.
this time. That's for today. Okay. The color theory.
Sir,
You
please, you can see your screen.
you can't see.
Yes.
Okay, let me share it again. I hope it's showing.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
please.
No.
So we have learned elements and principles of design. Now, after designing, if you don't apply color, your work will not look nice. It won't be attractive. Okay? So you should also know color theories so that you'll be able to use appropriate color schemes in your designs. So under color theory, we look at concept of color, sources of color, classification of color, and uses of color as a designer. So this is the 12-point color view. Later you look at it. Hello.
Hi,
Sir.
sir.
Okay, Rep, read for me so that if I'm disconnected, I know.
Okay. Color is the most captivating element of design. It it enhances beauty, creates contrasts, and add values to the design. Definitions. Visual impression created on the surface of an object in the presence of light.
Okay. So I hope you are reading definitions of color.
Yes, please.
So what you read earlier, we are saying color among the element, color is the most captivating, the most interesting element in the design. That will make your work beautiful. It can help you to create contrast and add value to the design. So now here are the definitions. Take the first one.
Okay. Uh, Visual impression creates on the surface of an object the presence of light.
Hold on. So we are saying color is visual impression created on the surface of an object in the presence of light. So it's just an impression that is created on the surface if there is light. This means that if you are in a dark room where there is no light, it will be difficult to identify color. Okay, so let's see. Assuming you are in a room during the night, total darkness, will you be able to identify color of your? Will you be able to identify your white shirt in your room if there is total darkness in the room? Yes. Oh, I'm listening.
No, sir.
Yes. Did you say yes or no?
No, sir.
You can't see
Sir.
your white. We are saying white shirt, oh, not black. In total darkness. Will you see?
No, sir. You
Yes,
still
sir.
can't see.
You cannot see. Okay. This means if there is no light, there is no color. It's the light that will give impression of color. Okay. Now the second definition we are saying is the absorption and reflection of light. So when light falls on an object, hello,
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
hello,
Yes, sir.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Hello, sir.
The second one we are saying is absorption and reflection of light. So when light falls on an object, every object, the object absorb some of the light rays and reflect the rest. So it is the reflected light that helps us to see color. So it's the light that is reflected onto our eyes that help us to identify color. Okay. Then the next definition is the response of vision to wavelength. Okay. So this one to the same. When there's wavelength, this is just the response of the vision to wavelength. Like when you look at the sun, you look at the sun as if you'll be seeing different colors of rainbow. Okay. So if you are a man, you can look at the sunlight, get into the sun and look at the sun, and your eyes will give, you may have impression of different colors. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. We understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are on the line.
Okay. Then is the decomposition of white light. So when you separate white light into individual colors, you see various colors. Okay. So light is made of the 7 colors of the rainbow. And so when you separate light into individual colors, you put light into individual spectrum, you also see color. And we are saying this byproduct of light spectrum processed by human eyes. So these are, but most of these definitions are phases. Okay. So light, there is no color. Now sources of color. So we know that sunlight is the purest source of white light. So light striking an object is absorbed or reflected, determining the object perceived color. As I said earlier, when light strikes or falls on an object, the object absorbs and reflects some of the light, which helps us to have the impression of color. So black objects absorb all light. White objects also reflect all light. So when light falls on white object, the objects reflect all the light with it, so that you have the impression of white. And when it falls on black, the object will absorb all the light. Okay, so that is why we say in the sunny weather you are not supposed to wear black, because the black color will absorb all the light, making you feel warm or hot in that shade. So if you wear black, if you wear white, the white will reflect all the light so that you feel cool in your shade. So Sir Isaac Newton prism experiment that 1666 discovered that light was color. There was this man called Sir Isaac Newton who in 1666 discovered that light was color. So he passed a beam of light through prism glass, which he used to separate white light into individual colors. So he discovered 7 spectrum colors, and these colors were red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And we call those colors spectrum or color of to discover this. So this is the experiment to do to separate light. So this is the beam of light, and this is the triangular colors, which were red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and we call them the color of spectrum or prismatic colors. Or rainbow colors. So you can carry out this experiment in your own house, and you discover the 7 being colors. So the next document I will have
Hello, sir. I think you have a problem with your
yes.
network.
Since when?
Your statements. I think we didn't hear anything again. I didn't hear anything again.
At which part? At this part?
No, at where you said we can practice at our own convenience.
Oh, but this is what I said you can. Is that not this experiment?
Yes, and
Hello?
I'm saying that that's when you went off. Whatever that you said afterwards, we didn't hear.
Okay. What I said was that the rest of the information is in another document. So I wanted to share that one with you so that we can continue from there. Okay? Hello? Rep, can you hear from me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You continue from there. So hold on. Hello.
Hello, sir.
I hope you can see my screen. Please, can you see it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I want us to you continue from primary colors of light. That is the classification of colors. So primary colors of light. Primary colors of light with direct source of light. So red, green, and blue are light. Okay. So they are used in television and computer screen display. Okay, so for example, with your phone, white light are made of red, green, and blue. So if you are learning computer literacy, you know this, that the light the primary colors of pigments are basic colors that cannot be obtained by mixing any other color. Okay, so when you hear primary colors, ignore the primary colors of pigment because the artists are only interested in primary colors of pigment, not light. The primary color of light are only used for digital display, the computers and that of your mobile phones. But the artists we are interested in primary color of pigment, which are used for designs and paintings. Okay, so when you hear primary colors, these are colors that cannot be produced by mixing any other color. They are fundamentals or basic colors from which other colors are obtained from. So they are red, yellow, and blue. Red, yellow, and blue. They are the primary colors. So now if you look at the illustration here, you have primary colors of light. So when you combine the red, blue, and green, the result will be white light. And we are saying they are used for computer and other digital display. But for the artists, we are interested in red, blue, yellow. When you mix all of them, you get black. Okay, this is what artists use for painting their from here, whenever you hear primary color, we are talking about red, yellow, blue, or blue, yellow, red. These are the primary colors that you need for our designs. Can we continue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rep, can we continue? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
now the next, after knowing the primary colors, then we need to know the color wheel. I hope you've heard it. Color wheel. So when you hear color wheel, is the arrangement of colors in the circular form to show how colors are related to each other. Arrangement of colors in circular form to show relationships between colors or how colors relate to each other. So knowing how the colors are arranged in a color wheel, it will help us to understand the relationships between colors so that we'll be able to use them in our designs. So here are some of the importance. Color wheel help us to create harmonious color schemes. If you want to use effective color schemes, then you have to rely on color wheel. It helps us in color mixing for desired effect. Some cases you want to mix colors for certain effects. So color wheel will serve as a guide for us so that you know when you mix red to color blue, the result will be violet. Okay. When you mix red to yellow, you get orange. Blue to yellow, you get green. Okay, so if you know color wheel very well, you know the relationship, colors that can be mixed to obtain other colors. So before we continue, what is a primary color? Answer me before we continue. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is primary color? Me?
Hello, sir. Yeah, so
Yes.
sir, a primary color or primary colors are fundamental colors that cannot be obtained from any color combination and are also natural.
Okay, thank you. It's good that you didn't talk about primary color of light. So in art, when you hear primary colors, forget about primary color of light. Unless maybe in exams you have to describe primary color of maybe light. But if not that, then what are primary colors? We are talking about the basic colors from which all other colors are obtained. Okay. So now I want us to look at the color wheel. As I said, this is the color wheel. Arrangement of colors in circular will show the relationship between colors. So you can have 6-point color wheel and 12-point color wheel. 6-point color wheel is made up of primary color and the secondary colors. So if you look at 6-point are highlighted, and in between the primary colors are the secondary colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in between the primary colors are the secondary colors. Okay, so if you want to draw 6-point color wheel, it's simple. You draw a circle with a given radius. So for example, you can use 3-centimeter radius. You measure with your compass, you measure 3 centimeters on your rule or ruler. Then you construct a circle. So when you use the same radius that you use to construct the circle, to apply the difference into equal parts, you get 6. Hello. Hello,
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope I am connected.
Yes, please. You are connected.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Rep,
Yes, sir.
tell me the last thing that I said.
Sir,
can't
please,
see
you
the
are the
rep.
part. Sir, please, you are the part whereby you were telling us about our measurements when drawing the color.
So tell me. Miss Anne.
Hello. Yes,
Yes.
sir. My point
And
was where you said you have to use this for our drawing, and your voice went up.
are you sure?
Yes, sir. I don't know for
Eh,
others, but that was me. I don't know for
Yeah,
others. That is
okay, I
called
want
your
to
line
traction
say
was breaking.
radio circle. That is
my
really
line was breaking. Okay, then I'm
yes.
repeating
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
That if you want to draw a color wheel, the draw a circle with any radius. And I give 3 centimeters as an example. Now, if you draw a circle with radius of 3 centimeters, and you use the same radius to divide the circumference into 6, to divide the circle into 6 different, 6 equal sectors, you use any given radius. If you use 5 centimeters to draw the circle and you try to divide the circle with the same radius, you get 6 equal sectors. Okay, so now repeat what I said. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Mm-hmm. So am I disconnected?
Sir, please, no, you are not disconnected. No,
And
sir.
I want you to
Sir,
repeat
please,
what I
it's
said.
your line is breaking, sir. When you are talking, it gets to a point, it breaks. So we are not getting the actual facts you are telling us. Sir.
Hello, sir.
So
Sir, you
none of
said,
you heard what I.
no, sir, I heard it.
Okay, tell them.
Sir, you said if you want to draw this 6 whole color or 6 color wheel, draw a circle with any given radius. Let's say 6 centimeters. Then you have to use the same radius to divide the circle into 6 equal sections.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Abraham. So you have it right. So if you want to
Yes,
draw
sir.
6-point color wheel, you draw a circle with any radius, then use the same radius to divide the circle. You get 6 equal parts. Okay. Mm-hmm. This means if you want to draw 12-point color wheel, how will you do it? How will you draw 12-point color wheel? Now that you've understood how to draw 6-point color wheel. Yeah, Kweku, Amponsa.
Divide the circle into 12 equal parts with the same radius. Hello.
Same radius to divide the circle. You get 6 parts. So now you want to divide it into 12 equal parts. So what will you do? Yeah. Well,
Then you yeah, hello.
yes.
Then you reduce the radius by half and then divide a circle into 12 equal parts.
Yeah, kwa kwampo. Kwaku, you are pointed to draw the circle. Then you have to divide the radius into 2. Okay.
Yes, sir. I am. I was having
So your line was breaking. I think.
some network issues, but I
So hello. Hello.
hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
So Rep, now tell us how to draw 12-point color V before we proceed.
Sir, please, sincerely, I had network issue, so I just joined and I had.
Okay, so I'm telling you, after that you tell the house, okay, if you want to draw 12-point color V, you use a radius. So for example, 6 centimeters. If you use a radius of 6 centimeters to draw the circle, 6 centimeters
Hello.
into 2, which will be 3.
Okay.
So you use 3 centimeters to divide the circle. You get 12 equal parts or 12 equals. Anita, did you get it?
So, please, I had the 3 centimeters to divide the circle, and
Are you sure?
oh yes, so I'm paying attention. There's like my
So
network. That's it.
your network or my network?
My network, mine. I had 3 centimeters. Like you use 6 centimeters
So what I'm
for
saying
the
is,
circle. Yeah, I'm
if you
listening.
want to draw 12-point color V,
Okay.
you measure a given radius. So for example, if you use 6 centimeters to draw the circle, in order to have 12 equal sectors, you have to divide the radius into 2. So it will be 3, so that you use 3 centimeters to divide the circle so that you get 12 equal sectors.
Okay, sir.
Did you get it now? So now tell the house.
Yes, so you said in a process of drawing a 12-point color view, you're supposed to, I mean, for example, if you're using the radius of 6 centimeters, you're supposed to draw the circle. Then from there, and you divide it into 2. So the aspect of it,
You divide what
like
into
no,
2?
into like sorry, you didn't divide like if you want it in 12 sectors, okay. You're going to use 3 centimeters to draw it out.
So who can tell the house properly? This is important because if you don't know how to draw 12-point color, you have issues. I want somebody to Ofe, tell us. Oh, Ofe. phaser.
Okay, so now you said if you want to draw the 6-point color wheel, you should use a radius of 3 centimeters to draw and use
No,
the same 3
phaser.
centimeters. Yes, sir.
I'm not saying this fixed that you should use 3 centimeters. But
I'm saying 6 centimeters.
no, it's not fixed that you
Okay.
should use 6. It could be any radius. I use that as an example. So the bigger the radius, the bigger the circle. You get it?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So for the 12-point color wheel,
Okay.
you can use let's use 6 centimeters.
Okay.
So you use that 6 centimeters and draw the circle. When you're done drawing the circle, you reduce that 6 centimeters to 3 centimeters. That is, you divide it into 2. So use that 3 centimeters and draw the lines. That is, you can use your compass or your protractor, and then you indicate maybe from 0 to 3, from 3 to 6, and then go on. That's the intervals of 3, 3, 3. That is how you get your 12-point color wheel.
Okay. That is good. So see, now after dividing this circle into 12 equal sectors, the next thing is to indicate the colors. Okay. So this is how you do it. When you start with red, okay. So if this sector is red, you first have to indicate the primary colors first. So here will be red. You leave 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then you move to another primary color, maybe yellow. Then you leave another 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Then you present another primary color, which is blue. Then 3 spaces interval. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So somebody should repeat it. Who is ready to repeat what I said? Yeah, Emmanuel.
So there is that after drawing the 12-point color wheel.
After dividing the circle into 12 equal sectors.
Yeah. You first write down the primary colors. And so when you write, let's say red, you leave three spaces before you write the next primary color.
Okay. Well, so now after indicating the primary colors, the next should be the secondary colors. Okay. So now from red, you move 1, 2. Okay. Then the next will be orange, because equal amount of red and yellow will give you orange. Okay. Then you leave the next piece. Then the next will be green. Now you are filling the secondary colors. So equal amount of blue and yellow. When you mix equal quantity of blue and yellow, you get green. So you label green here. Okay. Then after that, equal amount of red and blue will give you violet. Okay. So now we are done with the primary and the secondary colors. I hope somebody can repeat what I said about the secondary colors. Hello. Yeah. Why is it that only Emmanuel is? Okay, you might tell them. Ofei.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So please, secondary colors are colors that are derived from equally mixed proportions of the primary colors.
Okay. And continue. So how do you label them on the color wheel? So note that the secondary colors are in between the primary colors. So now that you have indicated positions of primary colors, in between them are the secondary colors. So check 1, 1, 2. There will be secondary color. Count 1, 2. You move to the next primary color. So you count 1, 2. Another secondary color. 1, 2. Primary color. So in between the primary colors are the secondary colors. So after filling the or painting the primary colors, you have to paint the secondary colors. Okay, before you move to intermediates. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
So Douglas, can you repeat what I said? Asari.
Sir, please, you said in between the primary colors lies the secondary colors.
Okay. So after indicating the primary colors, you indicate the secondary colors. Okay. And intermediate colors are a mixture of a primary color and the next secondary color. Okay. So after red, the next will be red orange. Red is a primary color and orange is a secondary color. So when you mix primary and the secondary color, you just bring dash in between the name of the primary and the secondary color. So you say red dash orange. Okay. Then the next intermediate color will be yellow dash orange. You bring the name of the primary color before the secondary color. So the next will be yellow dash green, because yellow green is a mixture of yellow and green. Okay. Then the next will be blue green, which is a mixture of blue and the green. And the next will be blue violet, which is mixture of blue and violet. Next will be red violet, which is mixture of red and violet. Okay. I hope up to that stage you have understood. So can we continue? I know it's getting too tight.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there are
Yes, sir.
other important things that we should do. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
somebody wanted to say something. Yes. Yeah, Anita.
So we weren't hearing you, so that's why I said.
You say?
When you said hello, we had to say yes, sir. So I don't have anything to say.
Okay. Then let's look at the classification of the colors here. So we are saying that we have primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue, green, orange, and violet. And they are a mixture of two primary colors in equal proportion. And we have intermediate colors, which is a mixture of primary and the neighboring or the next secondary color. Okay, and the last is tertiary colors, which are a mixture of two secondary colors in equal proportion. But note that with the intermediate colors, you mix a primary color to the next secondary color. Okay, that is why we have blue violet, Okay. We have blue, violet. To check, there is no way that you can have red, let's say red, green. Are you following? You cannot have blue, orange, because they are not close. You can have to the one that is close to it. Okay. Yeah, here. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Red, can we continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the classification. We have primary colors, secondary colors, intermediate colors, and tertiary colors. Okay. So please note them. Now we have what we call color harmonies or color schemes. So we have complementary colors. When we say complementary colors, they are colors that are directly opposite to each other on the color wheel. So we have example here. These are complementary colors. So if you look at the diagram here, you have red and green. They are opposite. You can have yellow, green, and red, violet, opposite. You can have yellow and violet. They are opposite here. You can have yellow, orange, and blue, violet. You can have orange and blue, etc. So, two colors that are directly opposite to each other on the color wheel are called complementary colors. And the next is split complementary colors. This consists of a primary color and the two colors adjacent to its complement on the color wheel. So see, now red is a primary color. Its complement is green. Therefore, the two colors on both sides of the green are complement of red. So spread complements here are red, blue green, and yellow green. So spread complement takes a primary color. Then you identify its complement. Then the two colors on both sides of its complement are the so see, spread complement takes a primary color and two colors at both sides of its complement. So a typical example is red, blue green, and yellow green. Other examples are here. If you pick yellow, then you can select red, violet, and blue, violet, because the complement of yellow is violet. And the two colors at the both sides are red, violet, and blue, violet. Please, can anyone identify other spread complements apart from what I have indicated? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Faisa.
Yes,
Say
sir.
blue color. The
Mhm.
complement is red and yellow, and then yellow, red and orange, and yellow and orange.
Hold on. What is the complementary color of blue?
So orange.
Orange. So say that you can continue from there.
I pick blue. So the split complementary will be the red and orange and yellow
we don't
and
say,
orange.
Wait. We don't say red and, we say red, orange.
Okay, red, orange, and
the
yellow,
dash,
orange.
you don't mention that, but you say red, orange, or yellow, orange. But you don't say yellow and orange is different thing. Do you get it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you identify Omwasa? Okay. So
there is one. There is one.
Are you sure? Okay, tell us.
So we have yellow, and then the split complementary is blue, violet, and then red, red, violet.
Okay. I see. But this one I talk about it. I mentioned it. That's why I said Omwasa, because the complementary color scheme. You use a primary color, then you identify a complement, then you choose the two color scheme. Meaning you are using three colors. That is a primary color and two intermediate colors for painting. Okay. Now the next term is analogous. Analogous is just an English word, which means close to or next to. So colors next to each other on the color wheel are considered analogous. So typically we go for three colors next to each other on the color wheel are called analogous. So examples are here: yellow, green, and green. So the illustration is here. Okay, so if you look at the diagram here, indication you have blue, green, and green. So any three colors next to each other on the color wheel are considered analogous. And analogous colors are harmonious. Okay, three colors which are close to each other on the color wheel are considered harmonious, because they have the same relations. So in other terms, analogous colors are colors that have one common hue in them. They have one common base color. So example is, if you pick blue, there is blue in blue green here. There is blue in green because green is a mixture of blue and yellow. Okay. If you pick blue, violet, and violet, there is blue here, there is blue in blue violet, and there is blue in violet. Understood? Hello?
Hi,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please, can you come again?
About the
About the
analogous.
Yes.
Analogous. We are saying three colors next to each other on the color wheel are called analogous. Okay. And yes. Winfred. Yeah. What are you seeing? I hope we are okay now. Hello. Time upon. Yes. Yeah, we are listening.
No, sir, I was responding to the hello you made.
Okay. So now, do you understand all the terms, the complementary, straight complementary, and the analogous? So we are saying analogous are colors that have one common hue. They have one common hue in them. So if you pick any three colors close to each other on the color wheel, they are analogous. Can you give any example of analogous colors here before we close? I want you to give three colors that are analogous. Yes. Phaser.
Say red, violet, and violet.
Okay. This is because they have common hue in them, which is red. Because if red itself here, there is red. Red orange, there is red. Red violet, there is red. So any three colors next to each other have common hue. They have common color running through them. If you use them in a design, they look harmonious. Okay. So any three colors next to each other on the color wheel are harmonious. So red, I think we will end it here. And let's see. And
I'll send you a message in your DM.
Long time ago.
Regarding the groupings.
The groupings, I'll look at it. But the groupings will start after the last meeting. Okay.
Yes,
and so you look at it. Are we meeting next week?
Next week is revision. So if you want to meet us, I think the class has to decide and take it from there.
I'm coming over. Revision for
on our academic calendar, it says revision script science practical.
revision.
And we are not
meaning
doing
are you when are you writing quiz? When are you writing quiz?
Next 2 weeks.
Meaning we will not meet before you write the quiz. Is that the case?
So please, if you want to meet us, we will be available.
I want to know. You have not answered my question.
So we will be able to meet. Because we have one meeting.
So these are some of the things, at least if these things. So there are other important things that you should go and read when we meet. We talk about them. The next is the colors. So that are equidistant from each other on the color wheel. Three colors having equal distance on the color wheel. So the primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. If you look at the distance, you can see they have equal distance from them. Another is the secondary colors. They form another triangle. That's why they are called triadic. Because if you draw triangle, you get equilateral triangle. So the primary colors will form one triangle, secondary colors will form another triangle, and the intermediate colors will form two triangles. So triadic color scheme uses three colors that are equally spaced on the color wheel. They have even space. Okay, they are equally spaced, or they are the how do you put it? If you want to count colors in between them, they are the same. 1, 2, 3, red. 1, 2, 3, then another color. 1, 2, 3. So the primary color form one triangle, secondary another triangle, and intermediate will form two triangles. Also go and read on monochromatic color scheme, which is also variation of one color with tint and shade. Okay, and the rest, please. Once you have, I'll share this information with you. Go and read warm and cool colors ahead because you could meet them. Then qualities of colors, color interaction, uses of colors, color psychology, color symbolism, and those things. So I'll end it here. I don't know the kind of meet in your quiz, but basically it will be under elements and principles and also color theories. Basically, this will be the E. Are we connected? Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
So go and practice how to draw the color wheel. I want you to practice this so that in our next meeting you show me the 12-point color wheel. Okay. I want you to draw and paint 12-point color wheel. This assignment is important to me. So if you are using acrylic paint or postal colors, then you need to draw on cardboard. Okay, but you can also explore crayon. If you are using crayon, then you can use your sketch pad. But one important technique about using crayon is that when you are painting the secondary colors, you paint one color and later paint over it. Hello.
Hi, we are listening, sir.
So, for example, when you are using what do you call postal color or acrylic paint, that's when you paint after drawing the color wheel, you paint the primary colors first: red, yellow, green. You know the distance between them are equal. You leave 3 spaces each. After that, you mix equal quantity or equal amount of red and yellow. You get orange, then you paint. If you mix it very well, you get orange. But if one color is more than the other, you may not get orange. So you have to take the same quantity and mix well. And when you are mixing colors too, it shouldn't be too thick or too thin. It should be medium. Okay, just like condensed milk, it shouldn't be too thin like milk, but it should be quite it should be average as in condensed milk and not too thick. If it's too thick, when you paint, you see the brush marks, and if it's too thin, when you paint, the lines or the connections of one color and then other color, there will be confusion there. So the color should be moderate, and no, it's not thick. Then it's also not too thin. It should be of medium consistency. Then you paint with your brush. Okay, so you paint the primary colors first. Then you mix equal amount of two primaries to get your orange. Then you mix equal amount of blue, yellow, you get your green. Okay, then you paint. Then equal amount of blue and red, you get violet. Okay, after that, then you mix equal amount of violet and maybe blue to get blue violet. Equal amount of red and violet to get red violet. So you paint the primary color first, then you move to secondary color before you paint the intermediate. Okay. So you can try both the crayon and the acrylic paint or poster colors. Any question? I'm female. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, sir. No,
Please,
no.
any question?
If you don't have any question, then we are ending.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir,
There's a
please, can you
question.
share your slide for us?
This one I'll share it. But you have the
Sir,
previous one, sir. Yes.
sir, please, can you take me through the how to get the 12-point color wheel again? I was a bit missing
Now
it.
that we are closing it, okay, one of you should take care to Faisal.
Yes, sir.
Your colleagues want to understand, so take care to.
Okay, so said before you draw the 12-point color wheel, so now let's use a compass. A compass is used for drawing circles and arcs, so we can measure any measurement on the ruler.
Any radius, okay.
Radius. So let's use 6 centimeters. So when you use 6 centimeters on the ruler, now you use that 6 centimeters to draw your circle. So after you draw your circle, deduce the 6 centimeters into half, which will give us 3 centimeters. So when you get your 3 centimeters, use it to draw the lines that is inside. So when you are done drawing the line.
So, Faisal.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Faisal. So you use the radius to draw it to divide the circles. So you may draw an arc around the circumference. Okay.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Okay.
Do you see my cursor?
Yes, I
do
can
you see the cursor? So assuming this is from the center to the circumference here is 6 centimeters. So when you divide it, you get 3. Okay, 3 is half of this. So you step somewhere here, then you draw an arc. Okay, or you can use a point to indicate. Then you step here again, then indicate another arc, or you draw a point here, then you step here again. So when you, after divisions here, you get, after getting the points on the circumference, then use your ruler to draw lines through the point. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once if the pointing is difficult, she can use a protractor so that she can use it for the lines. She can use maybe from 0 to 3 centimeters and a point.
Yes, that one to work. Okay, so the most important thing is to have your circumference divided. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then you draw the circle, you draw the lines through to have your 12 equal sectors. So after having the sectors, continue. What again?
So after we have our sectors, now the first thing you're supposed to write is the primary colors, which is the red, yellow, and blue. So when you are done writing it, do not write it close to each other. Make an interval of 3, 3, 3 within them. So when you're done writing the red primary colors, then you move to the secondary colors. Now from the primary color, you count 1, 2. Then you write your primary color over there. That is orange. Then you also count another 2 again. 1, 2. That will give us the primary color. Then you also count 1, 2 secondary. Hope you are getting me, please.
Yes, please.
Vanessa, please. Okay. I'm on point.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm getting it.
Okay,
Thank
so you also
much.
count the same 1, 2. You move to the primary 1, 2, then secondary, right? The secondary, which is the violet again.
Yeah, Faisal,
So when you're
I
done,
want to say something.
That is,
Hello, sir.
amount red. Sir, please, can I move on? Hello.
Phaser.
Hello.
Phaser.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The
Okay.
thing is, since you are painting the color wheel, ideally you are not supposed to write the names within the circle, but you must write it outside the circle. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So note that you can't write inside the circle, but you can write it around the circumference. So red here, red, orange. Do you get it? Here,
Yes,
not
please.
inside, because you are going to paint inside. And
Okay.
go online, you can download color wheel designs and see how they are written. Okay. So if you go online,
Okay.
just like 12-point color wheel, then you look at the pictures. The arrangement, for example, yellow can be here or blue can be here. Okay. You can start anywhere. And yet it's not compulsory because I have put red here, you must put red here. Okay. But if you arrange them well, they will correspond. Okay. Because at all costs, the opposite of red should be green. The opposite of yellow should be violet. Blue, opposite of blue should be orange. Do you get it? So if you don't
Yes, sir.
arrange things where you won't get it, but you can start labeling them from anywhere at all, but the result will be the same. Okay. I think we have exhausted the time, so you end it here and make sure you read the document. I will share this one with you. Okay. So Rep,
Yes, sir.
so most of you are leaving. So say a word so that we
Hello,
end.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Your network is bad. You end it here. So I will say bye bye for now.
Hello, Anita. Annie.
Yeah. Please, I
So
have a
that
class.
means
Can we talk later?
okay,
Thank you.
okay then.